Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Little Things. And this movie came out in 2021, starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. And it's a crime thriller. This movie was also just on Netflix, so it was pretty easy for me to find. And I remember seeing some ads for it around when this movie came out, and I was somewhat curious about it. Watched it, was very disappointed. Not to say that I had high expectations. I was expecting the bare minimum of what would make a compelling story. And I just didn't even get that. I didn't care about the story. I didn't care about the characters. And the performances in this movie, I found it to be very dry in the sense that each character was talking the same in the exact same tone of voice. And it kind of holds back the performances. Like, no one is able to, emote, or you don't really get much from the characters, from the dialogue, or just how they're speaking. You get more from their characters based on their body language and their mannerisms and things like that. And how the story, takes a toll on these characters. But beyond that, you don't really get much. You get the history of certain characters, but they're not interesting people to me. They're not compelling. They don't help out the story. There's also really goofy scenes in this movie where our main character is basically just talking to corpses and dead bodies or ghosts. And it's really odd, and that stuff could have been cut out, in my opinion. There was lots of choppy editing, and each scene in this movie felt like it belonged in a trailer. You could take any scene from this movie and just use it in a trailer, and the scene would be literally no different. And I don't understand why they edited the movie that way. It was just very distracting. And the violence, you don't really see anything, but you just see the aftermath of everything. And I thought that was kind of a neat idea, but they don't really do anything with it. And I did like the opening scene, kind of, if it wasn't with the odd choices that characters were making, and the characters were being stupid, and I was just questioning, what are you doing? And throughout the entire movie, I was just thinking to myself, this movie really has no understanding of what to show and what not to show. And this movie just shows too much and also not enough. It focuses on the things that don't really matter to the story as opposed to certain things that do matter to the story. And in a sense, without spoiling anything, that's kind of the point. But it does not help out the story that is being presented to us. Jared Leto, I thought, was bad in this movie. I found him to be very distracting. He just looked like he was just waiting for a paycheck, and I just don't feel as though he was playing a character. I never once looked at him and thought, that's a character. I just thought, no, that's just Jared Leto, and he just didn't do any favors for the movie, unfortunately. Not because he's a terrible actor, it's just his character's not given anything. And that's the same with every character in this movie. I like these actors, but they're just not given anything to do, really. One thing that I'll mention about this movie, the climax or third act, I found to be just largely unsatisfying. And that's all I can really say about it. And I was just bored throughout most of it, and 20 minutes into the movie, I was completely checked out and just waiting for the movie to end because I wasn't invested in anything. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't like the story. I didn't like anything, really. I thought the movie was well shot at times. It didn't look terrible, but that's all I can really say about it. It looked nice at times. So unfortunately, I would recommend that you skip this movie because I don't think it's worth your time. It's very boring, and it's a film where just nothing happens. Like one of those movies. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The Little Things a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Little Things, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Wrongly Accused. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.